Good day everyone, I'm Hurley Ibarra of iReviews here and back at it again with my review for the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE, or the fan edition as what Wildly calls. Okay, but before I proceed, I'd like to thank Venture Electronics for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, including me. Since again and again, I won't be editing this extensively since this isn't really my forte. I'm more of a writing or a writer type of person than someone who records. There are a lot of people that are already doing that, and probably in terms of the video quality that they have, they are better than this one. And again, please forgive me if my English is incorrect or it isn't really fluent, since this is not really my native language. Okay, I speak Filipino most of the time, so please do bear with me for any future grammatical errors or thoughts. Okay, so in the earbuds context, specifically in the Venture Electronics context, the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE is one of the recent, let's say, entry level or mid level in the earbuds context release of the Venture Electronics. So basically, this is the successor to the Venture Electronics Zen 2.0. However, this is more of, if you look at the lineup, this is more of an in-between the Venture Electronics Zen 2.0 and the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0. Yes, there is a Zen 3.0 that has a metal shell, I believe. Yes, and it is in 300 ohms as far as I know. I will just flash a picture in this one for reference. But we have here the, let's say, the fan edition. Yes, Wildly calls itself the fan edition of the Zen 3.0. And as you can see, it somewhat looks like a fan edition or probably a light version, though it isn't really explicitly light, but it is a more of a in between the Zen 2.0 and the 3.0 in terms of the product lineup. Okay. As we all know, before we proceed, or I assume that you do not know, or probably you don't know the lineup of the Venture Electronics as we speak today. So I'll give you a brief idea on this one. Okay. So based from what I have experienced, since I loaned when I was still a newbie the Venture Electronics Zen 2.0, yes, the 2.0, and the Zen LL, which is a, I don't know, it's probably a light spin-off of the Zen series. Those two sounded warm. Those sounded too really warm to my taste, which also translates here in the Zen 3.0 FE. So therefore, I can roughly say that most Zen series are within the warm type sound signature or the warm tuning philosophy, in my opinion. I also owned and loaned the Asura lineup before, which is another lineup of Venture Electronics. That one, the Asura lineup, as far as I know and as far based on my experience, leans to a more neutral, to a more neutral, some might say it's even borderline bright type of sound signature. So the Venture Electronics Zen and the Asura lineup have different tuning philosophies despite them being under the same brand, or yeah, the same brand slash company. So what we have here is the Venture Electronics again, the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE. So this one, um you may assume that this is a warm sounding set, which I will discuss later on. Okay, so this, the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE, or we'll just call it Zen 3.0 FE from now on, costs around 150 US dollars as by the time that I record this video. Prices may become lower, or it may go up depending on where your location might be. But by the time that I record this video, this is around 148 US dollars. And as you can see, here's the packaging. The packaging is really like identical to the usual $20 US dollars products of Venture Electronics. As for the packaging is literally identical to the $20 US dollars or higher Venture Electronics products. It is enclosed in this black box with their logo in it and their website in it as well, with a, as you can see, the Zen 3.0 FE in native cable. And what we have received is the 4.40 RRS version, or the balanced version, as you can see. Because in my opinion, I treat my flathead earbuds in a like a mini headphone, if I'm making sense. As much as possible, I want to give the very best power output that I have, or the very best source in terms of power that I have in my disposal. So we have a 4.4 version of the Zen 3.0 FE on this one. However, you can also what do you call this? You can also purchase a version that has a removable cable. Yes, there's a version that has a removable cable on this one, but widely said that the non-removable cable version is better in sound when compared to the removable cable version. I cannot conclude slash justify on that one because I haven't auditioned the removable cable version. So what we have here again is the native non-removable cable with the 4.4 here, and also widely sent us the Megatron to pair with this one, because widely specifically already said before that they are inspired, or they do their best to aim to do what Apple is doing, wherein all of their products are within the same ecosystem. They pair well with each other, and in theory, they have the best pairing among all of the pairings that you could think of, because technically they are within the same brand, so they should pair well, or pair very best within the same brand. They kind of explicitly said that in their post before, so it isn't really a shocker to me. Okay. So again, what you'll have is this one, the box, and yes, you'll have this denim case as well. Actually, I love this one. I love this type of case because it is very compact. It is quite unique in my opinion, and it encases the earbuds well. As you can see, it has even a mini pocket on this one, and you'll get the X-Pac Lite, or their foams. I find that their foams are probably my personal favorite when it comes to flathead earbuds, because it isn't really that thin, at the same time it isn't really that thick that it affects the sound significantly, and it adds a bit of seal as well for an earbud, as we all know. Yeah. Okay, so you can also purchase this again with the bundle, as you can see, with the Megatron. Yes, you can purchase this with a Megatron, and you can also purchase this with a Megatron and a Devastator, I believe, as a combo. It costs around under $200, but I will link the non-affiliated link below in the description. Okay, and here you also get this one, a shirt clip. This is a very must here in this earbud, in this flathead earbud, in my opinion, because the cable, despite being really great, in my opinion, one of the better built, or a better material in terms of cables, as you can see. Yeah, as you can see, it is well built for a flathead earbud. And yes, the cable, despite it being one of the best cables that I have experience in the flathead earbud scene, it is quite on the heavy side of things, which also affects the fit of the Venture Electronics Zen, since this is again a flathead earbud, so it kind of dangles a little bit on the heavy side. So to combat that one, I installed this shirt clip. Yes, I installed the shirt clip in the sleeve portion of the cable, for me to have a better fit with the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE. And here is the flathead earbuds itself. As you can see, it is your usual MX500 shells, but in my opinion, I am I prefer this one. Actually, I prefer this type of shell to my ears more than the metal version. Yes, because it kind of adds a bit of heft or weight to the ear, and it may fall off. Unlike this one, it is very light to the ear. At times I don't feel like I'm wearing actually a flatted earbuds when I use this, which is a really nice experience in my opinion. But hey, your mileage may vary, since I have seen people that prefer a metal shelled earbuds because it feels premium. Yes, it does feel premium at the cost of its additional weight. So there's that. Okay. Okay. Now, as for again the fit and comfort, if you're a fan or if you use earbuds regularly, such as with the what do you call this, with the MX500 shells, you won't have any problems with the Zen 3.0 FE. It basically fits like the usual MX500 shelled earbuds, but it's just that the cable is kinda on the heavy side to my liking. So again, I installed the included shirt clip with this one for me to clip it in my shirt or on my shirt while using the Zen 3.0 FE. This in return gives me a very good fit. A very comfortable fit, again, up to the point that I felt at times that I don't wear anything, which is a really nice touch when I am using this for long listening sessions or during my 9 to 5 work or 9 to 5 job. So it's a really nice thing. Okay, as for the drivability and pairing, again, the Zen 3.0 FE, as all Venture Electronics products are, pair well with each other. As stated before, um, the Venture Electronics has this somewhat pseudo Apple ecosystem wherein the best version or the best pairings that you can have is within their product line itself, but at the same time you can also use other products that are not Venture Electronics to your liking. But for in my opinion and based on my experience, they do pair well with the same brands with each other. So for this one, in my opinion, you should pair the Zen 3.0 FE with the Megatron if you can. Yes, technically you can also pair this with the Devastator if you want to, but in my opinion, it kinda pushes the Devastator to the limit, up to the point that the sound of this one isn't really in full optimal state in my opinion. As when compared to the Megatron paired with the Zen 3.0 FE, it really sounds good. Actually, it sounded like a mini headphone to my ears, but hey, that's just me. So for best pairing that you can have, get the Zen 3.0 FE with the Megatron, since this is a 150 ohms in impedance of a flatted earbud, so it is on the high impedance side of things. However, you may still use your powerful than usual source to your liking. Some say that it also pairs well with a Prime DAC, which is another USB DAC from Venture Electronics. It is the VE Prime DAC paired with their own amp. I believe it's the Runabout 2, but I haven't auditioned that in person, so I can confirm that. But in the meantime, the Megatron paired with the Zen 3.0 FE will do you just fine. In fact, it is more than enough. It really pairs well with each other, up to the point that I solely use the Zen 3.0 FE most of the time with the Megatron. But of course, we're transparent here. I also use this in my other sources, like for example my CD player, the FIO DM13, what do you call this, the Fosi Audio SK02 that I have there. For transparency, of course, I don't want to lock in, or I don't want to stick with what they recommended to me. I want to check what pairs well with this one. And yes, most of the time the Megatron and the Zen 3.0 FE pairs well with each other. So it is quite recommended that you purchase these together. But it's, again, you do you. It's your money anyway. Okay? Now, as for the sound, as I have mentioned before, the Zen series or the Zen series tuning philosophy focuses on the warm side of things, which is the Zen 3.0 FE exhibits as well. So it is a warm sounding set. It is um I'd say it is a balanced warm sounding set with a touch of the Venture Electronics house sound, wherein the vocals are a bit forward with good enough, or probably a very good amount of body and texture to it. So if we're being really specific, this is a warm mid-centric set to my ears with a very good sense of soundstage and a very thick but not smudgy bass response. Okay. Now, as for the bass, again, the bass is quite elevated on this one. It is chunky. Yes, it felt like it sounded like an IEM type of bass. It is mid-bass focused. And again, it is chunky. I have to emphasize that. It is chunky, but at the same time, it does not mud the other frequencies. For most people that prefer neutral sounding sets like me, it may come across as too safe in sound, but I don't think that it is really safe in sound, since it still has that extension. It's just that what do you call this? It doesn't have the uh airier than usual type of treble extension to my ears. Okay? But back if we're talking with bass response, in my opinion, the bass on the Zen 3.0 FE felt and sounded like like it came from an IEM. It is mid bass focus, it is punchy, it is chunky. I never felt that it sounded lacking to my ears in any genres that I pair or use with it. So those bass heads on a budget that are looking for a bass response on a flatted earbuds, although I do not recommend you doing that, because it is quite logical that the pairing or the fit of the flatted earbuds are vastly different when compared to the IEMs. But hey, if you're looking for a bassy-ish type of bassy or elevated type of bass under 150 US dollars, if you're willing to shell out 150 US dollars for a flatted earbuds, then the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE can be one of your options on that one. Okay, now as for the mids is lush. It is definitely warm, it is thick, with that again VE house sound signature, wherein the sound is, or the vocals rather, is forward with a very good amount of thickness and details. So if you're a vocal lover who prefers a warm sounding set as well, the Zen 3.0 FE delivers and caters that for you. Okay, lower mids on this one again are thick. It has a good amount of detail for a flatted earbud. I'd say above average most of the time, with a good amount of texture as well. When it comes to the upper frequencies are again mildly elevated, but not that far when compared to the lower mids in terms of presence, with a good amount of clarity, separation, and sparkle. It doesn't have the air that most neutral sounding, what do you call this, the neutral sounding or bright sounding sets have, but it isn't really lacking either. It is more of on the natural side of things. Uh if you prefer that type of description, it is more of in the just all right, but far from being flawed. Actually, it isn't really flawed. It is quite enjoyable, in my opinion. Sibilance and harshness on this one, it is basically zero. It is absent, as long as you power it properly or you pair it properly with your source. You shouldn't have any problems with that one. I personally do not had problems with that one. In fact, I actually asked for something more out of the upper mids in my opinion. But then again, I prefer my sound signature more of in a neutral, nearly borderline bright type of sound profile. So to me, it may need a bit of more it may need more presence and energy, but for most people it will not be lacking at all, especially for this price. Okay, now as for the treble is well extended. Again, the description natural on this one still applies if you prefer that description. It has a decent amount of air as well, and a very good detail retrieval. I'd say the detail retrieval on this one is above average, as long as again you pair it properly. Okay, sibilance and harshness again are absent or basically zero on this one. I had no problems with it. But then again, if you're a treble head type of person, you may want to look for something else, or probably go for the Asura lineup, because it has that extended airy, incisive type of treble. This one is more of a warm, cozy, enveloping type of sound. That's the sound that you'll get here with the Zen 3.0 FE. Okay? Now, as for the technical performance in this one is, I'd say, above average to excellent for this asking price. As it should be, because again, we're talking 150 US dollars on a flatted earbud. The soundstage on this one is very expansive. It is expansive, it is grandeur, it is immersive. Again, it felt like I am wearing a mini headphone on this one, which is really cool. There aren't a lot of earbuds that can do that, but the Zen 3.0 FE delivers that to my ears, which is a really good remark on that one. The height and the depth on this one is amazing for its price. It felt like there are times that the sound isn't bounded by any ceilings or walls, which is a really good thing. Actually, it is a really good experience, especially if you're listening to your music for a very long amount or long periods of time. Okay, separation and layering is definitely above average, just like the what do you call this? Just like the soundstage. It renders everything clearly and incisively, but then again, if you're looking for a very analytical and technical set, this Zen 3.0 isn't that. It balances the tonality and technical performance really well for its price, but it is nowhere a technical performer in my opinion. Okay, it just does everything above average for its asking price. That's all. Okay, now as for the imaging is precise, of course. I did not had any problems listening to music, watching movies on this one, or hooking it up with my dongle when I play competitive games. I did not had any problem on this one, so you should be fine with this one as well. Okay, so where should we compare this Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE? There isn't really a lot of flatted earbuds that are within the 100 US dollars in my opinion. So, it would be unfair if I compare this, like for example in the Duno Alpha 3, or probably, yeah, the Duno Alpha 3, or probably the Temperament X6, since those are under 100 US dollars. But to give you an idea, I'll compare this with their own flatted earbuds, which is the Venture Electronics Monk SMT, or the Slim Metal Titanium, as what Wildy calls. When compared to those, the Zen 3.0 FE is definitely more immersive. It is wider, immersive, and taller in every aspect. Uh, the the bass response on this one also is much more forgiving actually, or much more dynamic, right, rather, in all of the what do you call these genres that I pair and hook with it. So if we're thinking logically, or if we're thinking practically, and if you are willing to shell out 150 US dollars on this one, um if you're coming from the Venture Electronics SMT or the Slim Metal Titanium, the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE will definitely sound warm and expansive to your ears. I also got that same impression when I first heard the Zen 2.0, but yes, the Zen 2.0 when compared to the Zen 3.0 FE, the whole sound is a bit more thicker. It is more bodied actually, and more detailed at the same time. Smoother as well when compared to the Zen 2.0. The Zen 2.0 sounded a little bit thin to my ears despite it being warm. The soundstage and layering on the Zen 2.0 FE is a bit slightly blurry when compared to the 3.0. The 3.0 is well composed in its technical performance despite it not being a technical performer, which is a good thing. Okay? Okay. So I'll switch now to the Tagalog version of my review. Okay? Okay. So itong Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE is definitely warm siya. Warm sounding IM siya. Warm mid-centric. Na kailangan din ng source na maganda yung pairing sa kanya kasi 150 ohms to. So, ang recommended ni Venture Electronics mismo or ni Wildy is pair it with the Megatron. Yun yung parang ano nila, bundle nila if you want to. So, hindi na tayo lalayo. If you want good pairing doon, sige, go. Kung wala ka pang higher impedance na source, sige, go for the Megatron tsaka Zen 3.0 FE. But, halimbawa, if meron ka ng source, edi any $150, any high, what do you call this, yung medyo powerful na USB DACs na meron ka, will also pair this one just fine. Wala kang magiging problem doon. Again, warm mid-centric siya na hindi siya yung sobrang sinse na parang pwede mo siyang gamitin sa critical listening, but at the same time, maganda siyang gamitin na pang matagalan talaga, like nakaupo ka 8 to 8 hours sa work mo, yun, maganda siyang gamitin doon kasi hindi fatiguing yung tunog. Maganda talaga yung tunog niya for its price, of course. Anong tawag doon, smooth lang. Tapos yung bass niya, yung bato ng bass niya, yung mid bass, parang sa IEM actually. Para sa akin lang naman ha. Tapos yung soundstage niya din, parang ako naka-headphones na maliit. Kasi, and good thing yun kasi lalo na dito sa country natin, sobrang init. Kaya hindi ako parang sobrang eager na magkaroon talaga ng headphones actually. For portability purposes na din. Okay? So, ayun, magsiswitch na ako sa English portion or sa English language to ibigay ko na yung verdict ko dito. Okay. So, what's my verdict on the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE? Well, in my opinion, it is if we're talking about this hobby, this hobby for spending flathead earbuds above $100, I'd say Venture Electronics did a very good decision on this one, that they made a fan edition or technically a light version of their flagship, the Zen 3.0, because not all people can afford the Zen 3.0 but want the Zen 3.0 performance, at the very least around 80 to 90% of the performance of the Zen 3.0 FE. I haven't personally heard it, but according to those people that I sort of trust, the Zen 3.0 FE is a monster on that regard for its price. So, if that's the case, then the Zen 3.0 FE is, I'd say, probably one of the well balanced in terms of price to performance ratio if you're looking for a more premium flatted earbuds under $150, particularly in the Venture Electronics ecosystem. Venture Electronics as a brand is already known, like nearly a decade ago, for delivering a really good sounding flatted earbuds in terms of their price to performance ratio. It all started with the Monk Plus, and now here we are with the Zen 3.0 FE, wherein it sounds like a mini headphone on that one. So I'd like to commend and recommend the 3.0 FE or the Zen 3.0 FE if you're looking for a warm sounding expansive flatted earbud. So hats off to Wildly or the Venture Electronics for making that possible and for making this review possible as well. Okay. And now that ends my review for the Venture Electronics Zen 3.0 FE. Again, I'd like to thank Venture Electronics for sending this unit to me in an exchange for a very honest and transparent review. Rest assured that all of my reviews are honest and transparent to the core, like I always do, for the benefit of everybody, of course, including me. Because I won't be editing this again extensively, since I'm more of a writer type of person than a video record type of person, if that makes sense. Okay, so there are a lot of backlogs still on queue, particularly the NF Acusa NA20. Yes, I do have that. The Fail Tulip, yes. The, what do you call this, the DD Hi-Fi, the Mountain 3, the Sonic Memory SA500, the Tanch Gym Bunny, and at the same time, I also have the Roselle sa Distant Mountain. So, everything is jam-packed. It is really, really jam-packed. Okay? And see you on the next one. Okay? Last one. See you on the next one.